Hip-hop has lost many talented artists to gang violence, from Mac Dre, who was shot in a targeted attack believed to be tied to street rivalries,
where the bitches was at that. I'm keeping the scene, seeing who I'm
to the Notorious B.I.G., who was killed in a drive-by linked to the East Coast-West Coast feud.
All a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the
Slim 400 was gunned down in Inglewood, possibly due to long-standing gang tensions.
Get it that I know Pierce did, 'cause I'm a made nigga. A blessing to this game, nigga.
These rappers paid the ultimate price, and their stories remind us how street violence continues to claim the lives of talented voices in hip-hop. Beginning with Slim 400.
Niggas looking at me and I'm grabbing my strap, figuring out who hate. Niggas looking at me and I'm grabbing my strap.
Slim 400 was a rising rapper from Compton, California, and a close associate of YG. He was known for his gritty West Coast sound and open ties to street life. On December 8, 2021, Slim 400 was shot multiple times in Inglewood, California. According to surveillance footage, he was ambushed while sitting in a driveway. Despite trying to fight back, he was fatally wounded. Police later confirmed the attack was targeted, and many believe it was tied to ongoing gang conflicts in the area, particularly involving Bloods and rival gangs. Lil JoJo. Lil JoJo was a teenage rapper from Chicago who gained attention during the early days of the city's drill music scene. Known for calling out rival rappers like Chief Keef and Lil Reese, JoJo became a symbol of the violent rap feuds tied to gang culture in Chicago. In September 2012, at just 18 years old, Lil JoJo was shot and killed while riding a bike in his neighborhood. Earlier that day, he had posted a video mocking a rival gang, which many believe led to his murder. Lil JoJo's life was cut short just as his career was starting to take off. Police reported that the shooting was gang-related, linked to tensions between JoJo's crew, associated with the Gangster Disciples, and rival sets like Black Disciples. Up next, we look at Mo3, a Dallas rapper who was also caught in the crossfire of street violence.
Got him lacking at the club, I'm in motion. Guess what I'm told?
Mo3 was a gifted rapper and singer from Dallas, Texas, known for blending emotional lyrics with gritty street stories. His rising fame, however, was shadowed by real-life street conflicts. On November 11th, 2020, Mo3 was followed while driving on a Dallas highway. After realizing he was being trailed, he pulled over and attempted to flee on foot. Sadly, he was chased and shot multiple times in broad daylight. Authorities later confirmed it was a targeted hit. While no gang was officially named, many believe the shooting was tied to an ongoing feud between Mo3 and associates of rival rapper Yella Beezy, with links to local street gangs in Dallas. Following that, we turn to Bankroll Fresh. Bankroll Fresh was a rising rapper from Atlanta, known for his high-energy songs and ties to artists like 2 Chainz. His growing fame was still deeply connected to the street life he came from. On March 4, 2016, Bankroll Fresh was shot and killed outside Street Exec's studio in Atlanta after a heated argument turned deadly. More than 50 shell casings were recovered at the scene. The altercation reportedly involved fellow rapper No Plug, and while he claimed self-defense, the incident was linked to personal beef rooted in street loyalty. Though no specific gang was publicly confirmed, many believe the conflict was tied to local sets within Atlanta's street and gang culture. Now, let's talk about Nipsey Hussle, a respected rapper and entrepreneur. Nipsey Hussle was a Grammy-nominated rapper and entrepreneur from South Los Angeles, known for his music, activism, and efforts to uplift his Crenshaw neighborhood. But his deep roots in the streets never left him. On March 31st, 2019, Nipsey was shot and killed outside his Marathon clothing store in South Central LA. Surveillance footage showed the suspect confronting him, briefly leaving, then returning to shoot him multiple times at close range. Eric Holder was reportedly upset after Nipsey allegedly called him out for being a snitch, a serious charge in gang culture. Both men were believed to have ties to the Rollin' 60s Crips, one of LA's most well-known gangs. Meanwhile, the next rapper on our list is none other than the Notorious B.I.G.
all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the left.
The Notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls, was one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop history. Hailing from Brooklyn, New York, Biggie was known for his storytelling, smooth flow, and hits like Juicy and Big Papa. He quickly became the face of East Coast rap during the height of its rivalry with the West Coast scene. On March 9, 1997, Biggie was gunned down in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles after leaving a music industry party. He was just 24 years old. The shooting happened just 6 months after the murder of Tupac Shakur, deepening the tension between both coasts. Though no one has ever been officially charged, Biggie's death is widely believed to be connected to the East Coast-West Coast rap feud, which had deep gang affiliations on both sides. Continuing, the next rapper is King Vaughn, a rising star who was also taken too soon in a burst of gang-related violence.
Police steady watching me, every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that.
King Vaughn was a drill rapper from Chicago signed to Lil Durk's label, widely known for his gritty storytelling and ties to real street life. Despite his rising fame, gang tension still surrounded him. On November 6, 2020, King Vaughn was shot and killed outside an Atlanta nightclub during a violent clash with a rival group reportedly linked to rapper Quando Rondo. The situation quickly escalated from a fist fight to gunfire, as captured by surveillance cameras. Authorities confirmed the shooting was gang-related. Vaughn, associated with the O Block faction of the Black Disciples in Chicago, had long-standing beefs tied to gang conflicts. Although he relocated to Atlanta to grow his music career, those unresolved rivalries ultimately led to his tragic death at just 26. The next artist on this tragic list is Pop Smoke.
When it rains, it pours. She like the way.
Pop Smoke was a rising Brooklyn rapper known for popularizing New York drill music with hits like Welcome to the Party. Despite his success, he remained linked to street life, which sadly played a role in his untimely death. On February 19, 2020, Pop Smoke was shot and killed during a home invasion in Los Angeles. Just hours earlier, he had unknowingly revealed his location on social media. Armed intruders broke into the house he was staying in and fatally shot him during a robbery. Investigators later revealed the attackers were part of the Hoover Criminals gang, and the killing was tied to street and gang-related violence. He was only 20 with his career just beginning. Young Dolph.
Came up from nothing, addicted to hustling. Yeah, he my dog, but no, I don't trust him. She a bad bitch, but she.
Young Dolph was a Memphis rapper known for his independent grind, hit songs like Preach and giving back to his community. Yet he stayed connected to the streets throughout his rise. On November 17, 2021, Young Dolph was shot and killed while buying cookies at Makeda's Homemade Butter Cookies in Memphis. Two masked gunmen ambushed him in broad daylight before fleeing the scene. Investigators later stated the shooting was a targeted hit. Though no gang has been officially named, many believe the attack was tied to ongoing conflicts involving local Memphis sets such as Trula Mafia and Double R. Going forward, the next artist we'll look at is Big L, a legendary lyricist from Harlem.
Hey yo, you better flee hops or get your head flown 3 blocks.
Big L was a talented rapper from Harlem, known for his sharp lyrics and freestyle skills. He was a rising star in underground hip-hop, with his debut album gaining wide respect. Sadly, on February 15, 1999, Big L was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting near his home in Harlem. He was just 24 years old. Authorities believe the shooting was connected to gang-related revenge, possibly tied to a feud involving his close associates. Although someone was arrested, the charges were eventually dropped, and his murder remains unsolved. Moving along, we have Mac Dre.
Where I mean the bitches was at that. I'm keeping the scene, seeing who I'm on Mac at. This bitch walked in.
Mac Dre was a pioneering rapper from Vallejo, California, and a key figure in the Bay Area's hyphy movement. Known for his unique style, humor, and energy, he built a strong fan base with hits like Thizzle Dance and Feelin' Myself. He also founded Thiz Entertainment, helping to uplift other West Coast artists. On November 1, 2004, Mac Dre was shot and killed in Kansas City, Missouri, after leaving a performance. Gunmen opened fire on his van in what authorities believed was a targeted hit. The murder was suspected to be gang-related, possibly tied to a feud involving the First Family street crew. a local group active in Kansas City at the time. Despite investigations, no one has ever been officially charged in connection with his death. Seagram.
A player, what is it to be a player? Used to be a savior, now you're in the paper force.
Seagram was a rising rapper from Oakland, California, known for his gritty lyrics and raw reflections of street life. His talent stood out in a city shaped by violence and struggle. On July 31, 1996, Seagram was shot and killed outside a nightclub in East Oakland. The shooting was gang-related, and many believe it was connected to tensions involving local street gangs.